Welcome. This is the homework solution for chapters 3/4 test review. These are the solutions. This is going to go over problems 49 through 56. What you have on the screen right now is numbers 49 through 52, which asks us to write an equation of the line based on its graph. We have number 49 on us right now. We see 2 points. From these 2 points, I should notice I can find the slope, which is always step 1. The slope is change of y over the change of x, so I can even count it 1, 2, 3, 4, which is my change of y, and 1, 2, which is my change of x. So m is equal to 4 over 2. You can simplify that, so the slope can be written as m is equal to 2 over 1. There you go. Next, step 2 is always to figure out what you have, right? You have a point here and you have a slope. So you're going to use point slope. If you would like to use y-intercept, you're perfectly welcome. But for the sake of this video, I will be showing it from point slope form. I have x1 equals to 1, right? x1 here. y1 is negative 3. And m equals to 2 based on the slope that we just calculated. I should write my equation y minus y1 equals to m parentheses x minus x1. That is the point slope equation. Make the substitution. Y1 equals to negative 3, m is 2, and x1 is 1. Notice how it's a minus and negative 3 here. Simplified, that just becomes y plus 3 equals to 2x minus 2. I also distribute here as well. You want to subtract 3 to both sides to get y alone. You should have gotten y is equal to 2x minus 5. We should already know this because look, this is the slope, which is 2. We should know it's 2. This is the x-intercepts, which is negative 5. If you count a little bit here, this is 4, this is 5. That would be the y-intercepts. So based on our graph, it looks like our answer is correct. Y equals to 2x minus 5. The intercept here is negative 5, and it's a positive slope that is going up 2 times, then 1 across, right? Good. Next one, we have 50. 50 gives us this beautiful equation. First thing we got to do is always find the slope, which is the change of y over the change of x. So I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5 is my change of y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 is also my change of x. M is equal to negative 5 over 5, which simplifies into m is equal to negative 1. That is my slope. I'm going to use my first point here of negative 4, comma 0, but again, you can use either point. You're still going to get the correct answer. I label my points. x1 is equal to negative 4, y1 is equal to 0, and m is equal to negative 1. I write the equation that I'm going to use for this. I'm going to be using point slope because I have a point and a slope. I'm going to make that substitution here for you. Y minus 0, because that is what y1 is equal to negative 1 parentheses x minus a negative 4, right? I want to simplify. The minus and negative is the same thing as adding, okay? We don't ever write the subtract 0, so you can simplify that as equal to y is equal to x minus 5. No, it's not minus 5, because negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Good. And nothing happens to the left hand side because it's already a subtract 0. This would how it look like once you're done. Okay. No, there should be a negative. Okay. Because negative 1 times x is negative 1x. Alright. There you go. That is your solution there. Okay. So that is the wrong answer right there. That's bad. Okay. Well, let's see if we're right. Let's see if we're right. The x-intercept here is negative 4. Let's see negative 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's correct. And we're going down 1 across 1. So down 1 across 1. That's correct. This is our answer. (41). We have our graph here. We always want, first step is to find the slope. For this one, it's going to be, you go down how many times? 1, 2, then across 1, 2, 3, 4. So the slope here is m is equal to negative 2 over 4. which is simplify into m is equal to negative 1/2. Right? I'm going to use point slope. X1 is equal to negative 6, y1 is equal to 4, and the slope here is equal to negative 1/2. Write the point slope equation. Make the substitution. Minus a negative. Let me simplify that. That just becomes a add a 6. Okay. I want to distribute the negative 1/2 to everything on the inside. So negative 1/2 times x is negative 1 over 2 times x minus 3. Negative 1/2 times 6 is negative 3, because half of 6 is 3. Add 4 to both sides, then you should simplify is equal to y equals to negative 1/2 x plus 1. Alright, there you go. This is 51. Let's go to 52 now. 52 again, we have the same information. We have 2 points. Again, we need to find the slope as the first step, and the slope is the change of y over the change of x. How much are we changing in y? We are changing of y 3 times, okay, from y 3 times. So from here, how many times are you going up? 3 times. 1 to 4 is 3. And how much are you changing in your x direction? 4 to 8 is 4. So the slope here is 3 over 4. Alright, the point slope equation here, x1 is equal to 4, y1 is equal to 1, and the slope here is 3/4. Here's my equation, y minus y1 is equal to m parentheses x minus x1. Make the substitution. 1 goes in for y1, m, which is 3 over 4, and x1, which is 4. Make that substitution. Next, you want to distribute it to inwards. 3/4 times x is 3/4 x. 3/4 times negative 4, which is going to be equal to negative 3. You want to add 1 to both sides, then you should finally get y is equal to 3/4 x minus 2. Alright, that wraps it up, the first part. We're going to go to the second part now. The second part is going to be asking us to put the equation in standard form. Notice how these are all equations of a line. These are all in slope-intercept form. We have a slope and we have an intercept. Now, we want to put it into standard form. Standard form, by definition, is when the variables are on one side and the constant is on the other side. So here I have y equals to 2x minus 5. I have to subtract 2x to both sides to get the variable both on the left-hand side. Y minus 2x is equal to negative 5 now. That is my equation in standard form. 54 gets us y is equal to negative x minus 4. My goal is again to get the variable alone, so I'm going to add x to both sides, then I simplify to get y plus x equals to negative 4. 55, y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 1. I have to get the variables on one side, so I'm going to add 1/2 x to both sides, then I'm going to end up with y plus 1/2 x equals 1. Next, 56. 56 gives us y is equal to 3 over 4x minus 1. I have to subtract 3 over 4x to both sides. Then I can simplify. My left-hand side is just y minus 3 over 4x. And what's left over on my right-hand side is the negative 1. So I set that equal to negative 1. There you go. That is your homework solution for numbers 49.